Hare Krishna. Hello, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. So, today we have come for our session 30. So, in another 2 days, or another one or 2 days, we'll be finishing this Attainment of Suddha Bhakti. So, this session 30, it will start with the Nama Tattva. So, all these days in this Attainment of Suddha Bhakti, we were mainly concentrating in Bhakti Tattva, which is for Madhurya Kadamini. And in the last part of this book, after we have learned Bhakti Tattva properly, Nama Tattva has to come. So first we need to be very thorough with Bhakti Tattva, and then we can start our Nama Tattva. So today we'll be concentrating in Nama Tattva. All the secrets about Nama we will be going. So I think one more session will be there. After that, this book will finish. Then second book will be taking Attainment of Suddha Bhakti. Part 2 will go. Okay. We'll start with our prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nishesha Sunyavadi Pashata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhatta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna. So there are very beautiful, wonderful flowers are there. You can offer these flowers to our Attainment of Suddha Bhakti Gate book. Here for Gaura Nitai, these beautiful flowers are there, and these book flowers are there for our Acharya's commentaries, direct commentaries. 160, more than 160 direct commentaries our His Holiness Bhanusamyi Maharaj has given. So for all the books, you can present gift, or you can shower all these flowers for those books. And for Gaunitai also, you can offer these beautiful, wonderful, colorful flowers and take their blessings for today's class. So please note down all the points. Keep your notebook and a pen ready. We may think that we can note down everything in our mind, but because our mind is not so intelligent to by heart everything, Narada Muni is giving us alert, saying everything 3 times. So he's telling everything in 3 times because we cannot in one time, by one time hearing, nothing will happen. So Kalika people, they need to hear again and again to take it inside. So more than hearing alone, with the notes, if we are hearing, it will be very nicely. We can understand. Okay, so nice thali has been arranged for Radha and Krishna. And for the gopis, see, so nice, very nice thali food. So please offer this thali food for Radha and Krishna. And the gopis will have the Maha, and then they will give us also Maha, jeera rice, then some nice aloo cutlets, then curry, and then some Manchurian, and gulab jamuns and pickles, some kofta, then some salad, sabji, everything is there. So it's a very nice arranged thali food for Radha and Krishna. So let them become satisfied. All these items, we can feel that we have cooked this and we are very lovingly offering these items for Radha and Krishna. See this kofta, it looks very nice with creamy kofta. So this will be very nicely satisfying their transcendental senses. When we are satisfying Krishna's transcendental senses, our senses will automatically become satisfied. When the gulab jamun's color, everything is perfect, fantastic. Here, Radha and Krishna and devotees, everybody, gopis, gopas, and the devotee from here, they're all coloring themselves, playing holy. So very nice, all wonderful, colorful juices are there for them. So colorful juices. So they are very tired, no, and thirsty. So we will give all varieties of juices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 varieties of juices are there. So we can give all these juices for them. Is for our founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada. So without our founder Acharya, we are nothing. So unless and until this ISKCON has been made by Srila Prabhupada, we would have been marching towards hell. Our Prabhupada is so great that he has so mercifully saved us. So our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Our Shiksha Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So these badushas, very nice badushas, we can offer to Srila Prabhupada. So very humbly we will offer our obeisances to Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet, and very special, beautiful turquoise color flowers are there. So these beautiful flowers we will offer to this, some kind of hibiscus flowers. Can offer this to Prabhupada's lotus feet, take his blessings, and then we will go for His Holiness Vanasami Maharaj ki jai. So for Maharaj, this is lunchtime now, so we are offering some nice this is in Tamil they call this as paniyara, but in English we can call this as some sweet patties. So this can be made sweets also. This can be made as a sour item also. So this is nice for lunch. This is nice snacks for lunch. Okay, it's a little heavy. So here for our His Holiness Vanasami Maharaj lotus feet, we have these beautiful roses to be offered to his lotus feet. Okay, so we'll go to our class now. So I've given a less color for this page, so that we can see these points fast and get it by hearted. However, performing offenseless Nama Sankirtana drives away all anarthas. I hope till yesterday, whatever we have taken, that's very important, that 27, 28, 29 classes, we have finished taking all the notes. And now today we are going for this Nama Tattva. So how the Bhakti Tattva transforms to Nama Tattva, you see here. However, performing offenseless Nama Sankirtana drives away all anarthas. So, performing offenseless Nama Sankirtana. So, if we perform our Nama Sankirtana offenselessly, then it will drive away all our anarthas. So, offenseless Nama Sankirtana. for doing nama, chanting nama without offense, then it is means that nama sankirtana with offenseless. Offenseless is chanting nama aparad and chanting nama abas. That is without aparad, but still with anardas. This nama abas stage, nama abas chanting. So both are anardas as well as aparadas. These anarthas are little offense. Little offense means these anarthas, if when we do many anarthas altogether, it becomes a aparad. So that in that way, anarthas we have to remove so that these anarthas will not become aparadas and affect our everyday chanting. So this to do this offenseless nama sankirtana, we have to remove our anarthas, to drive away our anarthas. So then this nama sankirtana is very, very important. Cheto darpana marchanam bhava mahadavatni nirvapanam sheyakairava chantrika vitaranam vidyavad jivanam Anandambudhi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. So these points has been taught by Maharaj in the classes. Chanting Krishna's sweet names purifies the heart, sanctifies the mind, steadies the mind, destroys the 6 enemies, stops birth and death, dissolves the sins, scorches samskaras, annihilates attachment, induces detachment, uproots desires, empowers one, makes one fearless. So many anarthas. This just our chanting will remove all these anarthas. Just by chanting, all these anarthas will be removed. So again, yesterday we were speaking that these 3 days we were speaking how this hearing about all the hearing about Krishna and Krishna's message when it goes inside. Krishna goes inside our through our ears. He goes inside our heart, and he immediately he cleanses our heart. So now they are saying here, you chant, and that while you're chanting, all your anarthas will be eradicated. So now there are 2 ways they are saying. In these 3 sessions, we were seeing that hearing is very important. Now here they are saying chanting is very important. So we have to understand the difference between the 2. Even though this is Kali Yuga, even though this is in Kali Yuga, chanting is our Nama Sankirtana is our Yuga Dharma, still our Acharyas are recommending hearing. Why? By hearing, we will know how to chant. Even to chant, we need some knowledge. So that kind of knowledge, everything has to be learned. So has to be heard. So for that reason, we are hearing. Okay. So we are hearing this knowledge. Taking this knowledge means that knowledge is for chanting nicely. So Nama Japa is the king of all sadhanas. So in all the sadhanas, Nama Japa is the king of all the sadhanas. Once Maharaj told in the class that as a king walks first, and all his parivar is following the king. But as the king, in 64 angas, Krishna's chanting is number 1. So while we are chanting, this chanting is supposed to be the Nama Japa is the king of all the sadhanas. 64 angas of bhakti. Sadhana, this chanting is our main sadhana, that is king. And then all the parivar is a 63 angas. So in 64 angas of bhakti, 63 are the parivara, means the family of a king. When the king goes, everybody goes with him, no? All his parivara goes with him. So the king is, number one, the king is Nama Japa. So chanting is number one in Kali Yuga. So whether we, any kind of service we are doing, so it should be associated with Nama Japa. That means without the king, all these 63 parivaras, family members, what they will do without the king if they are all going? No meaning, no nothing, no importance created for that big group of people walking. So the main thing is that the king has to be there. Then we can say king and the king's parivara are going. The king is not there, what can we say? So that's how all our devotional practices, devotional services has to be accompanied by chanting. Whether we are doing Abhishek of Radha and Krishna, we are doing Radha Krishna Abhishek, then immediately we are chanting. We are chanting, we are singing, and then Maharaj and all the other great Vaishnavas, they take classes and they are singing. Radha Madhava. With this, they start their classes. So everything is accompanied by chanting Krishna's names. So chanting Krishna's sweet names is so very important. But when we know the importance of chanting, when we know the importance of his sweet names, Krishna's sweet names, and then when we chant, it is really wonderful. If we don't know or don't have this knowledge and just simply chant, it is like no taste. Just like that we are chanting. So for which Maharaj is giving so many points here. So chanting Krishna's sweet names purifies the heart. Cheto darpana marchanam. So the purification of the heart will happen only by chanting Krishna's sweet names. Then sanctifies the mind. Mind will be sanctified. Without this, mind is going to become an enemy or a monkey. So like this, chanting sanctifies the mind and it steadies the mind. So mind is the main person who is creating all these 6 enemies are born there in the mind. So destroys the 6 enemies. So yesterday we were studying, day for yesterday also we were studying about the 6 enemies: lust, anger, greed, delusion, pride, envy. Stops birth and death. So these are all sins. Stops birth and death. So our birth and death, this cycle will be stopped only by chanting. Dissolves sins. So all our sins, previous karmas will be stopped only when we chant and reach Suddha Bhakti, Suddha Nama, and then reach a Bhava, Prema, and then all our sins will be stopped. Scorches samskaras. What are the samskaras? Samskaras means impressions. Impressions means just like some impression which falls down on our mind, on the mind, from acts of previous lives. Because of Sukrutota and Dushkrutota, what happens? Because of Dushkrutota, in our mind, some impressions comes. Do this bad activity, have this bad quality. So like this bad qualities arise in the mind because of this previous life's acts. That is Dushkrutota. Sukrutota, because of our previous lives' pious activities, we have the impressions on on the mind. What is those impressions? We have to have bad habits or bad material attachments like this. Material attachments also. So this is what our problem. Unwanted material desires. Unwanted material desires. So all this is happening because of these problems. Just a minute. So I'll take. There is some connectivity problem. Just a minute. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yeah. So where were we? We were here in this purifies the heart, sanctifies the mind, steadies the mind, destroys the six enemies, which we have already finished. The six enemies stops birth and death, dissolves sins and samskaras. This is sukrutota, dushkrutota. No, all that it will scorch away. All the samskaras. Samskaras means impressions. All those impressions will be removed by chanting. Annihilates attachment. It annihilates attachment. The other day, some devotees were asking how to get out of this family life's attachment and how it will happen. It will automatically happen. We don't need to bother about it. You have to simply just learn all the knowledge, whatever our gurus are giving, and then apply it, follow it properly. Everyday sadhana, everything will be doing, and automatically that annihilates attachment will automatically happen. We don't need to bother about it. All that Krishna will take care. Induces detachment. Induces detachment. So this detachment is also induced. Uproots desires. 4 types of material desires. Uproots desires. 4 types of material desires are uprooted. Uprooted means with the root it is uprooted. From the root it is uprooted. Desires. What are the 4 types of material desires? See here, Sukrutotana. 4 types of material desires. Attraction to gross material things, to get attracted to punya or swargaloga, attraction to get some siddhis, attraction for 5 types of liberation. This is asat trishna. So this is anarthas coming from pious deeds. Thirst for non-spiritual things. Craving for temporary sensual pleasure is also detrimental desire in the heart, which is an anartha stemming for sukruti. Pious deeds facilitate enjoyment of the senses. So our pious deeds, what they will do, they will offer us all sense enjoyments. No, then we tend to desire more for more enjoyment. No, this is the problem. Okay, so induces annihilates attachment, induces detachment, uproots desires. So the 4 types of material desires now we have seen. Empowers one and makes one fearless. So empowers one. This Nama Japa is empowering us, makes one fearless. So all our fears will go away. Removes illusion, bestows supreme peace, delivers prema, reveals a Lord and his Dhamma, shows one's Swarupa, showers Bhakti Rasa, and engage one in his Nitya Seva for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna. Till we reach Krishna Loka, Radha and Krishna Loka, and we start doing Nitya Seva for them, no, for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna. Till then, this chanting is associating us. So with the association of the chanting only, with the accomplishment of this chanting only, we are going to accomplish all these till we reach Radha and Krishna. All these things will be accomplished for us just by chanting. So again, we'll see removes illusion. All our illusion, Maya, everything will be removed. Our ignorance will go away. So we will get nice knowledge. This knowledge is our whatever the Guru Parampara, from Guru Parampara, whatever knowledge we are getting, that is very important. That is very safe. But the knowledge, we may also take knowledge from directly from books, but we may also get diverted or speculation can come. So that is why this particular knowledge which will remove our ignorance and illusion, it has to come from our Gurudev. So bestows supreme peace. When our ignorance is removed, then supreme peace is removed. Supreme peace is bestowed. So delivers prema. Our chanting delivers prema. Then, and one day we can see the Lord and his Dhamma. So in Ashakti stage and in Bhava stage, we can have some glimpses of Krishna and his Dhamma. So, and then we will know in what Swarupa we will be serving them. We can ourselves see our Swarupa. This is for the Raganuga Bhaktas. So we can ourselves see our Swarupa. Showers Bhakti Rasa. Showers Bhakti Rasa. So this Bhakti Rasa will be showered on us. So, and then Nitya Seva for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna also will be there. The unlimited glories of the holy name cannot be understood with logic, reason, or intellect. Only by faith, devotion, and constant chanting. The unlimited glories of the holy name cannot be understood with logic, reason, or intellect. So, with our very minimum intelligence, very minimum logic reasons, we cannot understand the ultimate glories of holy name. It's very difficult. With our little intelligence, we cannot understand this glorifications of holy name. It is so great that we cannot understand even a little speck of that. So, but we can understand the glories by having faith on the holy name, having devotion on the holy name, and by if we have faith and devotion, then we will do. Faith and devotion on the chanting means then we will constantly chant. So with these 3 items, we can understand the glories of the holy name. So these are all the things what Maharaj has given. One realizes the greatness of Sri Nama in the dark age of Kali. Krishna Nama is the easiest, quickest, safest, and surest way to attain spiritual perfection of love of Godhead. So it is the Sri Nama is a very, very easiest, quickest, safest, and surest way to attain spiritual perfection of love of Godhead. Okay, so this is the realization. Ultimately, we will realize about the greatness of Sri Nama. The glories of chanting the holy name. Krishna penetrates inside the material nature as the name. So these are all the glories of chanting the holy name. So chanting the holy name, these glories, in so many classes, Maharaj has given so many glorifications of the holy name. So I think we have taken some 19 glorifications what Maharaj has mentioned in the classes. We'll quickly see these 19 points today. Krishna penetrates inside the material nature as the name. So Maharaj says that Krishna penetrates inside the material nature as a name. This is a very famous words which Maharaj used. Penetrates. Krishna penetrates inside the material nature. The material nature, when Krishna comes from the spiritual world and penetrates inside the material nature, means the material world. In that material world, Krishna is from the spiritual world, that level. That from actually to go to spiritual world, what we are going, we are crossing Viraja river. No, so crossing that Viraja river, coming inside material nature, Krishna penetrates it as his name. So that tablet, no, in the tablet, Maharaj said, just like a tablet form, Krishna is coming down. So in the tablet means as the tablet has inside many particles of medicine inside that. So Krishna in that tablet, Krishna is putting himself inside the tablet. He is not directly available for us. Krishna, if we call, immediately Krishna is not directly coming in front of us, giving us darshan, because this is Kali Yuga. Even if Krishna comes down and gives mercifully gives his darshana, we'll ask, "Are you Krishna? So do you have Aadhaar card? How can I believe that you are Krishna from spiritual world?" So he knows about us. So that is why Krishna is packing his gunas, leelas, his all his personality, supreme personality, his personality himself, his form, qualities, and his activities, leelas, and his dhamma. Everything, whatever is whatever is there with him, he's packing everything inside his dhamma. And just like the nama is like a rocket, he sits inside the nama, his nama, and he's traveling here, coming here. So first, Krishna, we cannot directly touch Krishna. We cannot directly see Krishna's form or feel Krishna's qualities, see Krishna's activities, leelas. We cannot, because he has packed himself in the tablet form of nama. So we are supposed to touch the nama, take the nama tablet, and we should know how to open it. So the with love and devotion, when we are touching the nama, and Krishna is very pleased, and when he opens from the nama, then he comes out and he shows his form, he shows his darshana, he gives his darshana, he gives his shows his leela, and he shows his uh, and he makes us understand his qualities, three qualities. So like this, Krishna penetrates inside the material nature as a name. Nama, Rupa, Leela and Guna. Yeah, some devotee is writing very nicely, very good. So in all these Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, everything Krishna is packing inside the Nama, and then he's traveling just like a rocket. So Maharaj, so nicely, so wonderfully, he put all this together in such wonderful words. No, Krishna penetrates. Penetrate means just like a rocket penetrating inside that sky and going. No, just like we can see the rocket or some flight, penetrating inside inside the air, like that. Krishna Maharaj uses these words. Krishna penetrates inside the material nature as the name. He's sitting in the rocket of his name inside, and he's traveling and he's coming, penetrates, and he comes inside this material universe to us. So then the second glorification which Maharaj has used in his class, all these are Maharaj's words in his classes. Chanting the name of the Lord is that one is surrendering to the Lord, and therefore everything is accomplished. Chanting the name of the Lord is that one is surrendering to the Lord, and therefore everything is accomplished. Chanting itself, Maharaj says, you see how depth Maharaj is going. If we are chanting Krishna's name, that means we have surrendered to him, it seems. Chanting the name of the Lord is that one is surrendering to the Lord. See? Therefore, everything is accomplished. So once we are calling Krishna by his name, Krishna thinks that we are completely surrendered to him. That's why Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Who is calling like this? Draupadi is calling 3 times. He's immediately Krishna is coming. Immediately he is coming there to save Draupadi. Why? Because he knows that helplessly she is surrendering to him by calling his name. That means our chanting should be like Draupadi's chanting. Then it is that chanting is supposed to be the most surrendered chanting. So she has left everybody and not depending on anybody, only dependence on Krishna. She is taking complete shelter of Krishna, and she's calling out for Krishna, please come. See these people, what they are doing to me. So this is what is the chanting. So Maharaj is telling, chanting itself is surrendering. So please, devotees, try to understand. Maharaj is expecting us to do such kind of chanting which Draupadi did. That is called surrendering, total surrender. Draupadi totally surrendered to Krishna. Her cry calling for Krishna was so intense. So our chanting also to be so intense. So accepting and chanting the name of the Lord, even this is a third point. Because Krishna thinks that, oh my God, my devotee is surrendering to me like anything. He has completely taken shelter of me and he is calling me. So immediately I have to go and give everything for him, whatever he wants. So just like he gave, how much cloth he gave. He was giving. It was coming for Draupadi. So much cloth he gave. And at last that Duryodhana fell down, fainted. So at that moment, there was a necessity for that cloth. That's all. So whatever we need, whatever we think, whatever is necessity for us, everything Krishna will accomplish. While we are calling like this. Accepting and chanting the name of the Lord even once is wonderful, more than accepting the dust from the lotus feet of the Lord. Accepting and chanting the name of the Lord even once is wonderful, more than accepting the dust from the lotus feet of the Lord. See, accepting the Nama, accepting Krishna's name, accepting to chant Krishna's name is more wonderful, most wonderful than accepting Krishna's lotus feet dust. Lotus feet, dust from the lotus feet of the Lord. It is most wonderful than Krishna's lotus feet dust, it seems. These are all the words Maharaj used in the classes. See, so wonderful. We don't know, so great this chanting is. Even Krishna directly comes and he gives his lotus feet dust. More than that is the Krishna's chanting, it seems. Nama Sankirtan. Accepting and chanting the name of the Lord even once, not 100 times, once. Proper chanting. Not Nama Aparad, Nama Abhas chanting. Suddha chanting is wonderful more than accepting the dust from the lotus feet of the Lord. To take shelter of Nama Sankirtana is the ultimate Bhakti Yoga, since only chanting is a Bhagavata Vidhi. To take shelter of Nama Sankirtana is the ultimate Bhakti Yoga, since only chanting is a Bhagavata Vidhi. Okay? So, to take shelter of Nama Sankirtana. So, Nama Sankirtana, if we take shelter of chanting, this is the ultimate Bhakti Yoga. 64 rangas in 64 rangas, this is the ultimate. Since only chanting is the Bhagavata Vidhi. Chanting is a Bhagavata Vidhi. That's all. Since only chanting is a Bhagavata Vidhi. Chanting the holy name, even once, there is two Vidhi there. One is Bhagavata Marga and Maryada Marga. Bhagavati Vidhi and Maryada Vidhi. So, this Bhagavata Vidhi is chanting. Maryada Marga is, that's Vairi. But even in Vairi, we use Nama Sankirtana. So, this mainly Bhagavata Vidhi is for, includes Nama Sankirtana. So, chanting the holy name even once will free one from the bondage and goes beyond all other ashramas and varnas and all other secondary process. So, Lord Chaitanya rejected all other processes. Chanting the holy name even once will free one from the bondage and goes beyond all other ashramas and varnas and all other secondary processes. So, Lord Chaitanya rejected all other processes. Why Lord Chaitanya rejected all other processes? Because chanting the holy name even once will free one from the bondage and goes beyond the varnashrama dharmas. Just one chanting will do. That one chanting will take us to beyond varnashrama dharma. So this is all. The varnashrama dharma, following varnashrama dharma is a secondary process only. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected all these varnashrama dharma and all other processes, and he only gave us chanting of the holy name. So simply by uttering the name once, one gets the result as a Jnani gets. So just by uttering the name once, one gets the result as a Jnani gets. Just one time, if we chant properly with all love and devotion, just one time, if we call Krishna, then the result will be what the Jnanis will get. No? All those results. The Jnana Yogi, whatever he achieves, that one devotee with one Nama chanting, he can achieve. Why? Because the Lord is Urukrama. Here, Maharaj is calling Krishna as Urukrama. Urukarma, no? Urukrama. He can do everything. This is the most remarkable thing. Urukrama means one who can do anything remarkable. So that is why one time if we chant, Krishna will give anything, whatever the Jnani receives, everything Krishna will give us. So this is one more time Maharaj told this in classes. As Devahuti says, even if this is the seventh point, As Devahuti says, even if one utters a name once, even at the tip of the tongue, not even completely saying the name, even that delivers one from the material bondage in the material world. It's not an exaggeration. Please, dear devotees, when we are talking about this nama, please never ever, even in the corner of the heart, or in the corner of your mind, never ever think that this is exaggeration. That is a great offense. So that is why if we think that like this, is a fifth aparat. So Devahuti says, so we have to take whatever Maharaj says here, just like that we have to take it. That's it. That's all. We should not have any little doubt in this. As Devahuti says, even if one utters a name once, even at the tip of the tongue, we can see that small children, they don't know how to chant the name. Just in the tip of the tongue, they will say one word or half word, something like that. Not even completely saying the name. Even that delivers one from material bondage in the material world. It is not an exaggeration. But the devotee actually, he's not interested in liberation. This is what here it is saying. Devahuti says that will give liberation. But the devotee is not interested in liberation, because getting out of material bondage, birth and death, that is liberation. But that is just like that, it will happen even for a child who cannot even chant the name properly. So the bondage is held in the subtle body, karma. The subtle body already got rid of karma and got changed. But we don't see that. We see only the gross body. So when the child is telling this Krishna, or if the child cannot tell Krishna, it's Krishna, or something like that, no? Or Krishna, like that, some shortcut the child may use to pronounce a word. But that one word will remove all the karma from that child. Previous lives, all the karmas will be removed. All the karmas will be removed from the subtle body of that jiva. But we will not notice it in our eyes. We cannot see it from our eyes, with our eyes, but we don't see it. That's what Maharaj is telling here. We see only the gross body. We are seeing only the gross body. But something has happened inside that jiva, which jiva has chanted the name, half swollen or something like that. Some little connected with Krishna's name. Okay. Thus the process of bhakti and chanting the name of the Lord accomplishes one, what all the other process of varnashrama, jnana, karma, and yoga accomplish. So this bhakti yoga and chanting Krishna's names, so everything is a process of varnashrama, more than the process of varnashrama, jnana, karma, yoga, everything. Of course, simply getting out of karma is not the goal of bhakti, but that liberation is accomplished very easily by uttering the name of the Lord even once without full faith or half saying the Lord's name. Of course, simply getting out of karma is not the goal of bhakti. See, just now we were talking, no? As Devahuti, the seventh point, she was telling that getting out of the bondage, getting liberation, getting out of karma, that is not the goal of bhakti. That is not the goal of bhakti, is prema, no? So not getting out of karma. So there we cannot, we should not misunderstand or slip, just like slip away from bhakti. Reading these lines, we can think that, oh, this is very important. Getting out of material bondage is very important. Getting out of this material world is important. No. The devotee can never get out, take a side track or get out of the track, just like the train track, no? You can never get down from the track, then there'll be derailing. So the rail will derail, train will derail. Of course, simply getting out of karma is not the goal of bhakti, but that liberation is accomplished very easily by uttering the name of the Lord, even once without full faith or half saying the Lord's name. So coming out of karma is not the goal of bhakti, but still this liberation is accomplished very easily just by uttering the Krishna's name even once. That also not full name, half name. That also that half name also with full faith? No, with some faith. Not even with full faith. Then also that will work and that will bring us liberation. So liberation is nothing in front of chanting. Nothing. Liberation, the chanting can just throw away liberation. So once Maharaj came to our ISKCON long back, don't remember his name. So that Maharaj was taking class and he told that he wanted to make us understand about the liberation point and Bhakti Yoga. So about the Jnana Yoga result and Bhakti Yoga result. So he said the parents, they want to go to mother and father, they want to go to one movie. So he's giving this, generally our Maharaj never gives material example. So that's why this example somehow it can make us more understanding for this. So I took this example. I'm just telling you, sharing this. So that Maharaj told that the mother and father wants to go to the movie, and they're calling both the children, both the boys, and saying, "See, boys, we are going to the movie. Whoever wants to come with us, they can come. But you remember, if you are not coming with us, they will get a gift. While coming back, we will get a cricket bat for you." So the first boy was very much thrilled by this cricket bat. So he wanted this cricket bat more than associating with the mother and father. So he said immediately, "Mummy, you go. I will not cry. I will not do any naughty things. I will stay in the home. You bring me one cricket bat." He was fascinated by this cricket bat. So he wanted this cricket bat very badly. So he was ready to leave the mother and father alone. And he said he will wait. So this is what is the Jnani is doing. While for the devotees also sometimes the Kanishka devotees, they don't know, they are not understanding Krishna's personal association value and associating with Krishna. All this, they are not so much interested. They are very much interested to get out of all their material problems. So they don't want another life. So they generally they end up in praying to Krishna that I don't want next birth. I don't want birth, like that. So this couple said, "Okay, fine." The second boy said, "No, Mama, I'm going to come with you. I don't want any bat or ball. I want to come with you." You remember in the movie, they will take money for you. So I cannot get you an bat and ball. That's okay, I will come with you. So he's ready to forgo that bat and ball, but he wants to go with the mother and father. This is what is liberation. Okay. So if somebody is coming to Krishna praying, immediately Krishna first what he will give, we will see now. What he will give, I'll show you the page. Material desires, no? First he will give material things, gross material things. He will show this is very. Then we will leave Krishna and we will take those material things. We are very much wanting them. Next, if the devotee wants to go to Swargaloka or get some punya and go to Swargaloka, then immediately Krishna will give this Swargaloka. Because the devotee wants to be in peace. Why we are talking about this? Why devotees will go to Swargaloka? But Prabhupada told, when Prabhupada was asked by the press reporters, "Guruji, where will your students go? Where will they go? They are all nice devotees." So Prabhupada said, 70 to 75% of my disciples, they will go to Swarga. The press reporters were shocked. Devotees were shocked. But Prabhupada gave this answer because many of us are in a Kanishka level and we want no problems. No, we don't want, we want to be peaceful. We want to be enjoying. So we don't want any sadness. We don't want anything, any disturbance. Okay. So that is the problem. While we are chanting anything, just one chant. So Prabhupada, that day only he told to the press reporters that our students are chanting something, they're chanting and they want to enjoy. Okay. The material life also, and they want to do devotion. So they will get Swargaloka. So that means they want to be peaceful. That is attachment towards Punya or Swargaloka. Next, attraction to some cities. So then if Krishna is giving Swargaloka or material things, the child, the devotee is not ready to accept it, then immediately he will say, why don't you take some siddhis? I will give you all Ashtama siddhis. You can become smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest, and you can travel in the air. And so like this, many siddhis. If when Krishna says, the devotees, if the devotee is false for this some siddhis, then immediately Krishna will close his another part, prema. And then if the devotee is not attracted by these siddhis also, at last Krishna will show these 5 types of liberation. So you want these 5 types of mukti? So he will give, you can live in my abode, you can live near me, you can get body like me. So like this, he will tell so many 5 types of liberations. If we want, liberation is for, we want to be in peace, we want to be in spiritual world, we don't want to come back again to this material world to forgo any sort of disturbances, anything like that. So at last Krishna tries to attract his devotee by giving some liberation. But the devotee says, I don't want all this. I don't want all this. I want to become the member of your family. I want to become a family member of you, your family. I want it to come to you. I don't want all these siddhis. I don't want liberation. You want me to come and take birth here 1,000 lifetimes? Fine, better. I will suffer. But someday or other, I want to come back to you, to your family. I'm yours. So this is what devotee, real devotee, the pure devotee, his feelings are prema. His feelings for Krishna is that he loves Krishna. He cannot leave his Krishna and enjoy that. I want to be in peacefulness. I want to be without disturbance. I want to be without any problems. So more than problems, he loves Krishna. More than getting out of his problems, that means he is more than attachment for himself is attached to Krishna. He says, let anything happen to me, no problem. But Krishna, I want to be yours and I want you to be mine. So this is his demand. So Krishna cannot do anything with this kind of devotee. Oh my God, this person has become a headache for me. Krishna is now catching his head because this devotee is not ready to listen to anything. He says, I want you, I want you, I want you. So Krishna says, what to do with this devotee? So he's losing himself. Krishna is losing himself. The devotee is very adamant. So Krishna doesn't know what to do. He thinks, oh my God, if I give myself to this devotee, Then from tomorrow I have to be in this devotee, whatever this devotee decides, like that only I can live. So I will completely come under this devotee's control. I don't want to be controlled by these devotees. So let me give him something and try to divert him. But nothing will happen. Nothing will work out with this particular devotee. So this happened with Krishna and Yashoda. Yashoda is, Krishna is telling, I don't know why these prema devotees, they want to control me. I want to go and play. But this Yashoda, she wants to tie me to that mortar. How can I play with my friends? She wants to take away all my playing time. I don't like to be tied to the mortar. But this Yashoda, she's too much. With her prema, she is controlling me. She is tying me with a prema sudra. So Krishna doesn't want to give up. So he is trying his level best that not to be controlled by her prema. So, but Yashoda's prema was so spotless. So at one point, Krishna sees her from morning till afternoon. She is running here and there, bringing again and again many ropes and tying. She became very tired. And then what happened? All her hairs became loosened, and her flowers that what she was having on her head, everything was dried and fallen down. And at last, she did not have any more ropes to tie Krishna. Krishna's belly was, she could not bring so much of rope also. Then also, she cannot tie Krishna. So what at last she did? She removed that ribbon from her plot, the flat. So this hair flat, no? So she removed that ribbon. And with that ribbon, when she came to tie, Krishna could not bear this love. So, oh my God, how sad, my mommy. She's got so weak, so tired. The moment his heart started melting, immediately Yashoda tied Krishna with her ribbon. So we are there here with all this nice pastime, and somebody is scratching on the board. So now we have to go to another board and bring a new board. So please don't scratch on the board. Okay, the fifth point that is in this board, we will somehow finish this. Chanting the holy name even once will free one from the bondage and goes beyond all the ashramas and varnas. So this point we have already seen, and all other secondary process. So Lord Chaitanya rejected all other processes. So Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, nothing, Varnashrama, nothing is in front of this Bhakti Yoga. Chanting Krishna's names and this devotees prema, Krishna himself doesn't know what to do with these prema devotees. They're just like that tying Krishna with their prema sudra. Sudra means that rope, prema rope. So he doesn't want to be tied, actually. He's a Supreme Lord. He has his independence. But again and again, these prema devotees, he is offering them. You take liberation. You take siddhis. You take whatever material assets or anything, whatever you want to take. But the devotee, he is not willing to take anything. He is not desiring anything. Oh no, Krishna, I want you. This devotee is very adamant. So Krishna has to lose himself to this adamant devotee. So this is our nice Krishna and devotee, both of them having such a wonderful relationship. Just a minute. Okay. So we have brought a new board. Please don't scratch just like small children. Okay. Yeah, we have finished this 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Getting rid of karmas is not some extraordinary thing. It can happen even for a chandala by chanting once. Simply by chanting the name of the Lord once, a chandala can surpass even the brahmanas. That's the power of the holy name. But to have bhakti, then one has to chant more than that. See, Maharaj here has given such a neat explanation, a very clear explanation. So without this explanation, we may think that, yeah, if I chant, everything will go away. All my karmas will go away. Yes, fine. Yes, karmas will go away. We will get liberated. Fine, everything is good. But problem is that is not enough to get prema. Getting rid of karmas is not some extraordinary thing. It can happen even for a chandala by chanting once. Even a chandala can chant. And by chanting only once, he can get rid of karmas. Simply by chanting the name of the Lord once, a chandala can surpass even the brahmanas. He can become more than the brahmanas. That's the power of the holy name. But our expectation is not to become a brahmana. Our expectation is not to become a liberated soul or something like that. Our expectation is to get prema. But to have bhakti, then one has to chant more than that. So we have to chant Shuddha Nam. Okay, so this is what Nama Abbas chanting will not do. Nama Apara chanting, of course, that is waste. Nama Apara chanting. It's not going to give us any benefit. It may even take us back, take us to hell. This is what Maharaj has told. So we should be very careful about Nama Apara chanting. But Nama Abbas chanting, what it does is that it will give liberation, siddhis, material benefits, swargaloka, everything it can provide. But it cannot give bhakti. This is what Maharaj tries to tell here. So we have 2 more pages. To take shelter of the, what is this? Take shelter of Nama Sankirtana is the ultimate Bhakti Yoga. Take shelter of the Nama Sankirtana is the ultimate Bhakti Yoga. So, taking shelter of Bhakti Nama Sankirtana is the ultimate Bhakti Yoga. Ultimate. More than that, there is no Bhakti. More than chanting the Nama, there is no more big Bhakti, more than this. Chanting is the ultimate Bhakti. This is what Maharaj is saying here. Purity means actually the full strength of Bhakti. Destruction of karma and growth of Bhakti are 2 different things. See here, Maharaj, if you have note, please take down these notes because Maharaj is giving a very important point here. Destruction of karma is different, he says, and growth of Bhakti is another point, he says. So we have to, these are 2 different pathways. They are not one. Destruction of karma and taking and having liberation, going to Swargaloka, all this is one kind. But growth of bhakti is a different thing. Of the 2, the primary effect of chanting is to increase bhakti till prema. So in this destruction of karma or attaining liberation, they are not big things. So growing bhakti, learning all this subject matter very nicely see how nicely Maharaj is teaching. So all this bhakti, we are taking this growth of bhakti and then we are growing the bhakti and chanting accordingly. So there will be primary effect of chanting is to increase bhakti. So by chanting, we increase our bhakti, and the bhakti will increase till prema. Shraddha, sadhu sangha, bhajana kriya. Like this, it will increase till prema. The secondary effect is karmas are destroyed, material body is destroyed. So liberation is only a side effect. As for the sinful reactions, the devotee suffers because of his previous impiety. They are compared to the striking of a fangless snake consequently. Therefore, his sorrows, reversals, retributions, and diseases are not a consequence of his prarabdha sins. Fantastic. Maharaj is giving such a wonderful points. The secondary effect is effect of karmas are destroyed. Material body is destroyed. So liberation is only a side effect. So they're saying liberation. Liberation means not to have the next birth. Getting out of birth and death. So this is only side effect, they say. Just like we buy 1,000 rupees worth of vegetables or a lot of vegetables. The shopkeeper gives a lot of curry pata, dhania pata, some ginger, some chilies, green chilies. So these are all just like little gift he is giving, side gift. That is not the main thing. Main thing is that vegetables. So like this, prema is the main subject, and liberation is a side effect of this. By chanting, our real result is prema, and liberation is a side effect of chanting. Secondary effect. As for the sinful reactions the devotee suffers, then one may ask, okay, I am a devotee, I am chanting, and why am I suffering? I am filled with sorrows, reversals, disease, so many things are happening to me. I am chanting, nothing is happening to me. I'm not coming out of my problems. What is this? So Maharaj is telling here, they are all affecting the devotee like a fangless snake. Means the snake's that poison teeth has been removed. So the snake is biting us, but it is not paining us. See how nicely Maharaj is telling. We are not knowing. We go to the materialistic people and see they are boiling like every day. They are boiling like anything. Their problems are just like they are walking on the burning hot iron. So it is too heavy for them to accept or digest those problems. But for the devotee, the problems comes, of course, but the problems are just like that, vanishing also. So it is just like that, just like a dream. They're coming and going for the devotee. But it's not so serious, just like it is affecting the other materialistic person. We can see devotees telling, I don't know how I am with all these sufferings. I don't know how I am living nicely. Still, I am able to see Krishna is feeding me, feeding my family. So many, we can almost all the devotees are telling like this, that Krishna is making all the arrangements for them. So they're feeling very grateful for Krishna. This is a devotee, no? So that prarabdha karmas and whatever karmas which is affecting them are affecting them just like a snake without teeth. It is biting. So it's not poisonous. So it's biting, but it's not so dangerous for the devotee. So like that, our karmas are coming and going, but it's not so serious. But though the karmas are destroyed, the Lord keeps an appearance of karma existing, but actually it doesn't exist, because the Lord doesn't want to discourage the other processes for which he hides the glories of the holy name and bhakti. This is a fantastic statement here Maharaj is giving. So Maharaj is giving this statement. He says, actually Krishna can easily remove whatever little karma, what is affecting the devotee, that also he can remove. But he's just leaving it like that. But he's always taking care of the devotee because the devotee is his own child. He cannot bear seeing the child getting affected by anything. So he will, according to their previous karmas, they are coming and affecting his children, the devotees also. But Krishna knows that these karmas nothing will happen to these devotees, his children, because he is protecting them. So, but then why he can remove it? No, why he is giving that little, okay, whatever is coming. Here Maharaj is giving a wonderful explanation for that, because Krishna wants people to have whatever faith they have in other processes. That is Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Some other people, materialistic people, they are all following this Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. No. So he doesn't want them to lose faith on those processes. That is why for the Bhakti Yoga devotees, he is just for an appearance, he is giving this as if the karma is existing for his devotees. It's just like an appearance he's keeping. It's actually not biting us. It's not a poisonous snake which is biting us. It's just like it's an appearance. So Krishna is very well very well protecting us. Very well, he is embracing us and very nicely protecting us from these karmas. They are just like that fangless snake without the poison teeth. So he hides the glories of the holy name and bhakti. So why he is doing two reasons. One is that some materialistic people, they have faith on other processes. No, he doesn't want to discourage them. And the next point is that he wants to hide the real glories of bhakti and chanting. So if somebody is chanting once and no more karma, and he's karma free and he is completely away from any disturbance, then then everybody will come to know, oh my God, Krishna's names are so valuable, so powerful. Then for removing their karma's sake, they will come, not for loving Krishna. So because of that reason, he wants to avoid these cheaters. So he's hiding the glories of holy name and the glories of Bhakti Yoga. That's the main process for Kali Yuga, is chanting the name of Krishna. This is the chanting the name of Krishna is the main process for Kali Yuga. Therefore, even deity service and initiation is secondary. See, here also Maharaj is mentioning that deity service and initiation, Diksha and all this ceremony are secondary when pure chanting is done. So once we achieve Nishta stage and pure devotion and pure chanting we take, then this deity service and initiation is secondary. Maharaj is telling this. So that means he expects us to give more importance for chanting and to improve our chanting to pure chanting. So that is going to save us. So deity service and for doing deity service, we take initiation. That is also indirectly helping us to do Bhakti Yoga nicely, because for Bhakti Yoga to do nicely, we have 5 main angas of Bhakti, which are called shortcut, short way for getting bhava. So in that, deity service is there. So for that deity service, we need initiation. So indirectly, these 5 angas are also helping us to reach Krishna in a fastest way. So we can use the deity service also, in which process we can reach Krishna even more faster also. But ultimately, Maharaj is mentioning that chanting is number one. Even the deity service has to be accomplished with chanting. Without chanting, we cannot do deity service also. Only deity service is not allowed. Even though we do chanting, we are also chanting at that time and doing deity service. We can see that when the deities are given Abhishek, they are all chanting Brahma Samhita. So like this, chanting has to be accomplished. Chanting is must. And this pure chanting can be attained if one takes proper knowledge and proper association. So again, Maharaj is telling here that pure chanting, just like that, we cannot chant pure chanting. Pure chanting can be attained only by proper knowledge and proper association. So this proper knowledge we will get proper knowledge only with proper association. Through proper association only, we can get proper knowledge. So Maharaj is again and again telling that we have to take proper association, and with proper association only we can get proper knowledge. And with proper knowledge only we can chant properly. So the process of chanting has to accompany all other angas of bhakti. So the process of chanting has to accompany all other angas of bhakti. So the process of chanting has to accompany all other angas of bhakti. To take shelter of the Nama Sankirtana, so in the 64 angas of bhakti, chanting is a prime anga of bhakti. That means Nama Japa is the king of all angas of bhakti. To take shelter of the Nama Sankirtana is a ultimate bhakti yoga. Ultimate bhakti yoga is we have to take shelter of Nama. This is the ultimate bhakti yoga. And by preaching this to other living entities, one becomes completely satisfied. Unless and until we practice Suddha Nama and Suddha Bhakti, for practicing Suddha Nama, we need to learn Suddha Bhakti. So the knowledge we have to take. And then Suddha Nama, we can chant. After we practice that, then we preach this to other devotees. Then only our soul will become completely satisfied. Okay, so the last paragraph. Mahaprabhu declared that to perform Nama Sankirtana is a powerful method of bhakti. Mahaprabhu declared that to perform Nama Sankirtana is a powerful way of bhakti. This is the easiest way to please the Supreme Lord. Mahaprabhu declared that to perform Nama Sankirtana is a powerful method of bhakti. More than this, what is powerful method? This is the most powerful method. This is the easiest way to please the Supreme Lord. Draupadi so easily pleased the Lord just by calling him Krishna. So with her heart completely filled with dependence, she called Krishna, I don't have anybody. You are my only shelter. So in this mood, she called Krishna. So this was very much pleasing to Supreme Lord Krishna. All we need to do in this yuga is just to tell the name of the Lord. So this is a main process to be followed in Kali Yuga. All we need to do in this yuga is just to tell the name of the Lord. So this is a main process to be followed in Kali Yuga. Okay, so okay. This yuga is just to tell the name of the Lord. We are supposed to do only chanting in this Kali Yuga. What more? In the Kali Yuga, anything else will not work out. So this is the main process to be followed in Kali Yuga. For those who chant with faith and bhakti, there is great effect. And those who don't have faith and bhakti also gets benefit by hearing and chanting the name of the Lord. In this way, everybody is benefited by Nama Sankirtana. So if we are chanting with faith, it's so much benefiting. If we are chanting without faith, then also the chanting is very much benefiting us. So, okay, we are not chanting, we are only hearing. Somebody is chanting, somebody is singing, we are hearing. Then also it is very much beneficial for us. So, in any way, whether we hear, we chant, with faith, without faith, every time, any way we do, we will be benefited by Nama Sankirtana. Everybody will be benefited by Nama Sankirtana. If one chants with faith continuously, then of course one gets more than the liberation, more than liberation. So if we chant with faith, that too continuously, then we get more than liberation. So if we chant just like that, without faith also, with faith also, surely we will get liberated. All our problems will go away. We will be out of birth and death. All this will automatically happen in Namabhas chanting, if we are doing Namabhas chanting. But if we are going to take up Suddha Nama and continuously chant Suddha Nama, then this continuously chanting Suddha Nama will end us in prema. One is more and more free from karmas. He gets out of the world, no more birth. Then he also gets a spiritual body in the spiritual world. So it is not that liberation means no more karma, he will get out of the world, no more birth, that's all. But what about getting a spiritual body? Will we get a spiritual body? That's a question mark. But with chanting, with pure chanting, continuous pure chanting, we get prema, is a topmost liberation, fifth goal. So then Purushartha, 4 Purusharthas are there. 5th Purushartha is prema. Then he also gets a spiritual body in the spiritual world. So that is the effect of bhakti. So bhakti is so powerful. When one chants the name of the Lord, this is for one who chants not once, but chants sincerely and faithfully, knowing the principles of bhakti. This is for one who chants not once, but chants sincerely and faithfully, knowing the principles of bhakti. Pure chanting can be attained if one takes proper association and proper knowledge. Pure chanting can be attained if one takes proper association and proper knowledge. This is for one who chants not once, but chants sincerely and faithfully, knowing the principles of bhakti. See, now here Maharaj is stressing the point that we have to learn, we have to know the principles of bhakti, we have to learn, we have to hear, we have to learn the principles of bhakti. He is specifically pointing these powerful words here. So after learning all these principles of bhakti, after learning faithfully all this about bhakti, all about this knowledge, then if we chant, but continuously chant sincerely, then one will get prema. So this is what Maharaj is telling. Just like the one chanting and half chanting and without faith chanting, with faith chanting, all this will give a liberation, but not more than that. So we want pure chanting. Pure chanting means that needs some knowledge. That knowledge needs to sincerely learn, faithfully learn the principles of bhakti. So we have to sit and learn with a proper association, proper knowledge. We have to associate with the devotee, and proper devotee we have to associate with, and proper knowledge we will learn. To give liberation from the material world is nothing for the Supreme Lord. See, at last Maharaj is telling these words. to give liberation from the material world is nothing for the Supreme Lord. It's not a big thing for the Krishna, for Krishna. Liberation is nothing for Krishna. He can do that to the devotee immediately. Immediately, if the devotee is, whoever is chanting 1 time, 2 times, he asks, I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back to this material world again and suffer. Okay, fine, take it. It's very easy for the Supreme Lord. Immediately he will grant this boon. Because he's scared to give himself to this devotee, no? Then it becomes a headache for him. Because then he has to come under the control of this devotee, no? That's why Krishna is very scared. So Krishna is ready to give anything what this devotee is asking. Except him, except himself, except prema. But the devotee, the learned devotee, the intelligent devotee is not at all moved by Krishna's all gifts. That's what in the Bhava stage, the devotee is getting this particular special quality. Moksha, Laguta Kruti. It is tucha for him. Moksha. Mukti is just nothing for this devotee in Bhava. Moksha, Laguta Kruti. He doesn't even bother for this moksha, mukti. So after this guna, after this quality comes to the devotee only, Krishna is ready to give himself prema. Sandrananda Visheshatma. So this will come only after this. He can do that to the devotee immediately. But more than that, of course, is that devotee achieves a spiritual body in the spiritual world and serves the Lord eternally. So more than that, of course, is that the devotee achieves a spiritual body in the spiritual world and serves the Lord eternally. Okay? So devotee wants to become a family member of Krishna. I want Krishna, you cannot cheat me. You cannot run away from me. I am going to be there with you in your family. You have to accept me. You don't push me from your spiritual world. I have to come there. I have to live with you. I cannot live without you. I need you. This is the devotee's demand. One and only demand. So he's very adamant, this devotee. He can do that to the devotee immediately. But more than that, of course, is that the devotee achieves a spiritual world. So he doesn't know what to do. He has to give a spiritual body to the devotee and he will take him to the spiritual world and keeps him in his house so that he directly serves Krishna and serves the Lord eternally. So if we actually want to get that highest result, if we really want this highest result, that is eternal service to the Lord. That means the highest result of chanting is eternal service to the Supreme Lord. Eternal service. Eternal service to the Supreme Lord is the highest benefit what we can get from chanting and what we can get from Suddha Bhakti. Then we actually have to, if that is our goal, then we have to associate with devotees. Which devotees? Who are aiming for that? Who are also in that same line? Who are also thinking in this line? We have to mix with those devotees, that Madhyama devotees. They are in these feelings, no, Krishna, I'm not going to leave you. So, by any chance, I will not give you up. So, if we associate with them, we will also become like them. Adamant, Krishna, I'm not going to leave you. Come whatever, I will not leave you, Krishna. So, like this, these devotees are there. And by associating with them, somehow or other, walking straight or with a head upside down also, these devotees somehow, they will melt Krishna's heart and they will attain Krishna, because this is their one and only appeal, or one and only expectation, or one and only not only expectation, their all life, whatever they feel, whatever they live, whatever their life, whatever they live, everything they want for this point only. For this point, they want to move. So Krishna is everything in their life. Krishna becomes everything in their life. So they want to become a family member of Krishna and live with Krishna. That's all. They don't know. They don't want anything else. So then we have to associate with such kind of devotees and take proper knowledge from these devotees and chant the pure name. That pure name will take us back to Godhead. That pure name which we are learning from these devotees, that knowledge, with that knowledge only we can chant this pure name. With that chanting of pure name, we can attain Krishna. So Maharaj is telling, after all this, he lastly ended up with this particular statement. So I just gave it a quotation, just like a quotation I have given. And that is a final conclusion. Maharaj told this. And that is a final conclusion. Final conclusion, what Maharaj told is that you have to associate with those devotees who are wanting, not wanting liberation, not those devotees. We have to associate with devotees who want a relationship with Krishna, who want to eternally serve Krishna. With those devotees, you have to associate and learn from them, take the knowledge from them, how to chant purely, and after that you will attain Krishna. This is a final conclusion Maharaj is saying here. Okay. So tomorrow, one more session we will have. After that, this book, we will finish this. Okay. Such nice, wonderful statements, 19 statements. And the last one is final statement, 20th statement. And that is a final conclusion. So fantastic. Maharaj is wonderfully, he's teaching us such nice, wonderful statements he has given from all his classes and seminars. We have collected and given you this. So it's very much helping us. Okay, so now we have got nice understanding about chanting, about bhakti, Suddha Nama and Shuddha Bhakti. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear devotees. Haribol. So now, thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful chance to speak about these topics, so that first of all, I can purify myself. So thank you so much, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Vancha kalpadarupesha krapa sindhupyevacha bhaktana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Haribol, dear devotees.